so far. I think we put a lot of things in, both offensively and defensively, stressed our kids, and been pretty happy with the way they've responded.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Husky Mag. I'm Ashley Pearson.
And I'm Austin Schindler. We got a lot of Husky sports happening this week, but let's drop the puck with our Husky hockey team as they've been lighting up all the headlines.
That's right, Austin. The Huskies are coming off an unbelievable season and are sending some of their seniors to the National Hockey League. To start off, let's talk about Charlie Lindgren. He played 3 seasons here as a Husky and is moving on and has signed a 2-year entry-level contract with the Montreal Canadiens.
In the Huskies' 2015-16 season, Lindgren appeared in 40 games. He ranked second in NCHC for minutes played, which was 2,443. Lindgren tallied 1,020 saves and also led all NCHC goaltenders with wins with 30 on the season.
He was also named to the All-NCHC state team in 2015-16 and was selected as NCHC Goaltender of the Year this year. He finishes his college playing career with 3rd most wins in team history at 51 and his 2,101 career saves, ranking him 5th in team history.
Along with Lindgren, Ethan Prow was also signed to a 2-year entry-level contract, and he will be taking the ice for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
That's right, Austin, and Prow will report to the Wilkes-Barre and Scranton on an amateur contract this year. He was also a finalist for the 2015-16 Hobie Baker Award as a top college hockey player.
His career highs consisted of 8 goals, 30 assists, 38 points, and was also named the captain of St. Cloud State for his last season as a Husky.
Moving along to another Husky making headlines, it's Kalle Kosola. He was signed to the Anaheim Ducks of the NHL to a 2-year entry-level contract.
That's right, Ashley. Kosola notched up 54 points in the 41 games during this season at St. Cloud State as a Husky. Kosola was also another pivotal player to help lead the team to the NCHC Frozen Face-Off Championship.
That's right, and in all of his 4 seasons, he scored 153 points in his 157 games that he played for the Huskies. He finished his career ranked tied for 2nd for career assists, and he was just a tremendous player here at St. Cloud State, Austin. But moving on, this is starting to get repetitive, Austin, but yet another hockey player is making headlines, and it's Joey Bennick. He's making his pro debut.
His nickname was also Joey Ballgame. I do love that nickname. Anyway, Bennick made his debut with Bakersfield Condors of the AHL on April 2nd. He led the Huskies this season with 23 goals, racked up 25 assists, and also tallied 48 points.
And in his career here as a Husky, Bennick had 126 points, 59 goals, and 67 assists during his 4 seasons. He is ranked 10th in the team records with 59 career goals.
With all this Husky hockey talk, we have Kristen Kroll joining us in the newsroom.
Yes, Kristen, what can you tell us more about the season?
It may no longer be hockey season, but the St. Cloud men's hockey team remains on our radar as we take a look at how the now former Huskies are taking their love of the game to the next level. 2015-2016 men's hockey senior class was everything that the coaching staff was expecting they would be when they were recruited to wear the Cardinal and black. When the season came to an end on March 26th in the matchup against Ferris State in the first round of the NCAA tournament, it also marked the end of an era for certain Huskies.
That was an NHL shot.
Kalle Kosola signed an entry-level contract with the Ducks AHL affiliate, the San Diego Gulls. Star forward Joey Bennick signed an amateur tryout contract with the Edmonton Oilers AHL affiliate, the Bakersfield Condors. Captain Ethan Prow is heading east and is waiting to start his NHL contract with the Pittsburgh Penguins at the start of the 2016-2017 season. Despite fans wanting him to stay, standout goalie Charlie Lindgren decided to forego his senior season and signed a 2-year, 2-way contract with the Montreal Canadiens. Already making his name known, Kalle Kosola sniped his first goal in the AHL in the matchup against the Stockton Heat. With the former standout Huskies now gone, it's time for more guys to step up and take on a bigger role to continue the success of the St. Cloud hockey program.
Wow, Christian, it sounds like a lot of Huskies are leaving. Are there any more players that could potentially make their way to the pros?
It has been circulating that sophomore Patrick Russell may or may not sign a contract with the Anaheim Ducks. When he talked to St. Cloud Times reporter Mick Haddon, he wasn't sure what his next move would be yet.
Since Charlie Lindgren won't be coming back, what does this mean for the open goalie position at St. Cloud?
Rasmus Raiola will be coming back for another season, and it is assumed that he will be starting over David Zevnik. Raiola was a redshirt junior this year, but participated in senior night because he was part of the recruiting class with this year's seniors.
All right, that was hockey expert Kristen Kroll. Thank you, Kristen. Coming up next, we'll grab the gloves and hit the field as we cover this week in St. Cloud State softball and baseball.
We'll be back with more at Husky Mag after the break.
Watching UTVS, local TV for the Granite City.
Bring us up to 10.
Visit utvsnews.com for all of your local news.
Welcome back. Heading now to the Diamond, the St. Cloud State softball team hosted Winona State in doubleheader action this past weekend at the Husky Dome. Picking up in the third inning, Paige Keegan puts Winona State on the board as she gets an RBI single, scoring Allison O'Haron. Then in the fourth inning, Chelsea Rodenkirch with an RBI groundout, scoring Shannon Nelson. The damage continues in the fourth inning as Paige Keegan again with a single to left field, scoring 2 for the Warriors. Moving to the fifth inning, where Winona State would blow the game open as Jamie Schleiss knocks a triple to right center, scoring McKenna Larson. Putting salt on the wound, Natalie Kalmas would find the hole, scoring Rodenkirk and Reed Kirsten for the Warriors en route to a 10-0 rout of the Huskies. Keegan was 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs for the Warriors.
That's a tough loss for the Huskies, Ashley, but look to rebound in the second game against the Warriors, and rebound they did. We'll start it off in the bottom of the second with the Libby Bingham sacrifice fly that scored Teresa DeBoer, and Tage Putz scored on the throwing area. Jumping to the top of the fifth, Lonnie Van Ziel smacked one to right up the middle and off the pitcher's glove to score Jamie Scheiss. Warriors down 2-1. To the bottom of the sixth now, it's Rebecca Harps who slaps one deep left center field, causing a ground rule double, and that sets it up for Megan Hedstrom, who scored 2 for the Huskies. The highlights over. Okay. Yeah, it's the same. And once again, it's Megan Hedstrom. Okay.
The Huskies were looking to bring some magic to the Selke Field on Sunday against the Upper Iowa Peacocks. Unfortunately, for the Huskies, that did not happen, as the Peacocks blew out the Huskies 6-1. The Peacocks jumped out to a 4-0 lead as they belted 3 home runs in the process. On the mound for the Peacocks, Jacqueline Flood was on fire as she gave up only 4 hits and pitched a complete game. On the other side for the Huskies, Kate Kobeck took the loss as she gave up 4 earned runs. The lone run for the Huskies came off the bat of Alyssa Coletto as she reached safely on a fielder's choice and scored Michaela Hansen.
We transition to the second game after a tough loss at the hands of the Peacocks, and the sun did not shine for the Huskies here either. We'll start in the top of the fourth, where the Huskies catch the Peacocks in a pickle but can't capitalize and a run is scored. Now in the top of the fourth, it's Jacqueline Flood who doubles it to deep right field and picks up 2 RBIs. That puts the Peacocks up 5 now, and the bleeding did not stop as Sammy Garrett belted a 3-run home run, and that'll be it for the beatdown with a final of 8-0.
Sticking with softball, let's talk about the current NSIC standings. St. Cloud State is ranked 8th with a conference record of 6-6 and an overall record of 20-17. There's many games left, so the team will be trying to raise up in the rankings to get closer to that number 1 spot ranking. The softball team will actually be traveling to Marshall, Minnesota on April 9th to take on the number 1 ranked Southwest Minnesota in a doubleheader, and they have a conference record of 10-2 and an overall record of 27-9.
Switching gears to St. Cloud State baseball, the Huskies games against Wayne State were canceled on Tuesday due to unsuitable weather conditions. This set of games were rescheduled to be played in Wayne, Nebraska, but the day before the Huskies played the Wildcats in Yankton, South Dakota, where they added a couple wins. These games are not going to be rescheduled, and the Huskies will not play Wayne State for the rest of the season.
However, the Huskies were able to host Southwest Minnesota State and play a doubleheader, and the Huskies stayed undefeated as they finished their first game with a score of 8-4. Carl Sorensen put the Huskies on the board in the first inning with an RBI for Brandon Arnold. Sorensen also had a run and 2 RBIs for the game. Kevin Boulder also had 11 strikeouts in 4 innings, and Matthew Meyer had 2 runs, 2 hits, and 1 RBI to contribute to the Huskies' success in their 21-0 record thus far.
Taking it to baseball Sunday, you know how the first game was just a Norwin? Well, the Huskies did not take their foot off the pedal by any means in the second game at SMSU, as St. Cloud State absolutely obliterated the Mustangs 21-0. You heard it right, 21 runs were scored by the Huskies. I'll tell you what, when I looked at that box score, my eyes just exploded. St. Cloud State homered 5 times in throughout the game and poured 9 runs in the third inning. Senior Zach Hoffman had himself a game going 4 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Pitcher Cal Geese pitched a gem, throwing 6 innings without giving up run, allowing just 4 hits and fanning 9 batters. Now that's what I call a quality win.
That's right, Austin. What a great season for the St. Cloud State baseball team so far, just absolutely blowing the teams out of the water. Taking a look at the NSIC standings, St. Cloud State is currently sitting at the top spot with a conference record of 6-0 and then an overall still undefeated record of 21-0. Augustana is sitting at number 2 with only a 5-game win streak and a conference record of 4-0, along with an overall record of 13-7. The Husky baseball team had a successful season last year with a final overall record of 54-5, and ended with a top-ranked spot, and this year is no different right now. Hopefully they continue success to keep their number 1 spot, Austin.
Absolutely. And next up for St. Cloud State baseball is against Minnesota State Mankato. This will be the Huskies' first homestand and are coming in with a 21-0 record and have sole possession of the top spot in the conference standings, while the Mavericks are ranked 8th in the NSIC standings, and their record is 13-8 on the season with 8-5 away from home. The Huskies will defend their home turf Wednesday, April 6th, 1:30 and 4:30 p.m.
When Husky Mag returns, we're taking it outside to take a look at golf and tennis.
Also, we'll discuss the new Husky athletic dynamic. We'll be right back.
You're watching UTVS, local TV for the Granite City. Visit utvsnews.com for all of your local news. watching UTVS, local TV for the Granite City.
Taking it to the green, the St. Cloud State men's golf team was in action in Waterloo, Iowa. The team finished 7th overall in the Upper Iowa Invitational with a score of 660. Senior Chase Honan carded a 79 on Saturday and then 81 on Sunday, topping his tournament play off with 16th place overall. And Troy Rummelman was also in full swing as he placed 26th overall with a total tournament score of 165. The Huskies will continue their spring season with a trip to the NSIC Spring Championship in Smithville, Missouri.
St. Cloud State women golf team was also in action and had a meet in Upper Iowa this weekend as well. And the Huskies ended up with a score of 729 and took 5th place in the Upper Iowa Invitational Tournament. Concordia St. Paul took home the gold with a score of 665. Junior Laurel Enstrom led the pack, scoring a 172, which had her tied for 10th place among all individuals. Next up for women's golf is on April 11th when they go to Springfield, Missouri for the Central Region Spring Tournament.
Now heading to the courts, the SCSU women's tennis team beat the Mankato Mavericks this past weekend 6-3. Some individual standout players were Al O'Brien placing first, with fellow teammate Jamie Volker placing 4th in the singles event. In the doubles was Alexi Ports and Jel Kadowski placing 2nd in Santos de Quinto and Miranda Wingcoop placing 3rd. Moving on to Sunday's match, the women's Husky tennis team took on Southwest Minnesota State and came away with a win of 8-1. Some standout players were Elle O'Brien once again, who came in with 1st in the singles, Abigail Cantor with 2nd place, and then Jamie Volker with 3rd place in the singles category as well. The team won all the single events and 2 out of the 3 double competitions. Crystal Overbaugh and Gabby Talanoff came away with the 1st place for the doubles to give the Mustangs one win overall at the match.
From the tennis court to the wrestling match, freshman standout and this year's NCAA Division II champion at 125 pounds, Brett Valakez, received notice in this year's Intermat's Freshman of the Year voting. He was one of 9 student athletes to receive votes for this award. This is a massive accomplishment for Valakez and Division II athletes everywhere, since he was the only Division II wrestler to receive a vote. Valakez posted a 25-2 record overall this year, and was also awarded the NSIC Rookie of the Year, named on the All-NSIC First Team and the Division II All-Academic First Team. And that was just quite a year for Brett. And now from the mats to the track, men's outdoor track and field is officially started and the preseason NSIC polls are out. Minnesota State Mankato leads the pack with 121 points. St. Cloud State trails in 4th place, tied with Sioux Falls at 86 points. An athlete to keep an eye on as the track season goes on is Isaiah Pitchford in the 400-meter dash. Pitchford was nominated All-NSIC during the indoor season and earned a victory in the conference championships.
Speaking of Pitchford, Austin, he placed 2nd in the 400-meter dash at the 2016 Vance Butler Memorial Invitational on April 3rd. The Huskies finished strong as Jonathan Hess placed 9th in the 100-meter dash alongside Pitchford. Marcus Welk took 4th place in the 400-meter dash and Ryan Johnson placing 1st in the hammer throw. The track and field team will resume competition next week at the USF Open on April 9th.
Switching to women's track and field now, once again Minnesota State Mankato leads the pack in the NSIC poll with 190 points, while St. Cloud State sits tied for 8th place with 106 with Sioux Falls. Athletes to watch for are Junior Sam Sundstrom in distance and Natalie Gottschalk in jumps. Sundstrom placed 5th in the conference standings during the indoor track season, and Gottschalk placed 7th in the pentathlon.
And both of those players did well this weekend. This past weekend, the women's track also competed in the 2016 Vance Butler Memorial Invitational along with the men's track team. And they had 9 top 3 finishes, an event win, and 2 NCAA outdoor provisional qualifying marks. Sam Sundstrom received 5th in the 1,500-meter run, and Rachel Scarai received 6th in the same event. For the 400-meter dash, Jasmine Grant placed 2nd, and Kristen Wendt placed 7th. The women's team will join the men's track and field team at the USF Open this weekend at the U of M.
Well, football is back. Sort of. St. Cloud State kicked off their spring practice this week. The Huskies finished 6-5 last season and a 4-2 record at home. Some things to note: 9 seniors graduated last year, and sophomore running back Kurtwan Evans is transferring from St. Cloud State. On the brighter side, the Huskies gained some commitments from 40 high school athletes. Coach Scott Underwood mentioned how excited he was with his young talent that is being brought in, and it's a very athletic and top-end talent squad. This will provide a lot of depth as the Huskies keep trucking to the start of the season.
With St. Cloud State cutting 6 sports just a month ago, the entire dynamic for the athletic community at SCSU has changed. And now for them, it's about keeping the family together. Alex Curtis has a story.
On March 9th, these student athletes had their lives changed in a way that they never could have expected. The decision was made by both the athletic department and the university to cut 6 athletic programs. Since then, there has been outrage on both social media and on campus by not only the athletes affected, but even those that were not.
As athletes, we're coming together. It doesn't really matter what sport you're in at this point. It's more about, athletes in general. We all put the CST on, and represent this school.
Students from different teams that were affected all spoke, but they all brought the same message.
Just having the support of all the other athletes, supporting all the programs that got cut and trying to bring back roster spots in the sports that got cut in general.
It shows how supportive all the student athletes are towards each other and how big of a community we actually are.
We're all fighting together. It's not just one team trying to get back theirs. It's every team working together, being a family, wrestling, helping out track helping out tennis.
More than 100 students and athletes came together in Hollenbeck Hall. The goal? Showing support to their Husky family by signing a petition to reinstate the athletic programs that have been cut and keeping the Husky family together.
The rally at Hollenbeck Hall 2 weeks ago had over 100 student athletes sign a petition to get the roster spots in the sports reinstated. Be sure to stay tuned as this story develops.
Coming up after the break, we'll announce Meg's Player of the Week.
We'll also take a look at some of the best plays this week. Stay tuned.
A little bit with some snow, turning over to rain as we go through the day tomorrow.
Currently, it's 44 degrees. The rain did start to come down again. We had a short break there. Bring us up to 10.
Family fun for all ages. Powder Ridge Winter Recreation Area. Enjoy skiing, snowboarding, snow tubing just minutes south of St. Cloud. They provide rental equipment, lessons, 2 food service areas, and lounge. Check out their website at powderridge.com.
You're watching UTVS, local TV for the Granite City.
Welcome back, folks, but before we get to our favorite part of the show, we have Meg Player of the Week.
Yes, we do, and we have SCSU's softball pitcher and outfielder Megan Hedstrom. Megan has appeared in 49 games with 41 starts as a position player. Her batting average is at .290 with 20 runs scored and 31 hits.
You got that right. Not to mention also, Ashley, she has also pitched 82 2/3 innings with 60 strikeouts and a total ERA of 3.47. In her 12 games she appeared in, Hedstrom also totaled 10 strikeouts in 5 innings in a complete game shutout against Minnesota Crookston.
All right, now it's time for our favorite part of the show, and that's what everyone's been waiting for. It's Blizzard's Best.
That's right, Ashley. We'll start it off with the third best play of the week, and it's also Meg Player of the Week and junior Megan Hedstrom with the single right up the middle for St. Cloud State. Hedstrom went 2 for 3 on the day, adding 2 RBIs on that hit. And we'll take, again, a look at that beautiful swing. And she takes it the other way there. And that proved to be the game-winning runs as she led the Huskies to a 4-3 win.
Now at number 2, we have Megan Hedstrom again delivering a pitch, and it's Libby Bingham with the heads-up play at short, delivering the ball to home and saving a run for the Huskies. Here's another look at that as Libby had some cheetah-like instincts to deliver that ball home. St. Cloud State fell short 0-10.
All right, and now we have the number 1 play of the week. It's Veronica Wold with a heads-up play, smacking the tag on the runner and throwing an absolute strike to first to execute the 4-3 double play. What a silky smooth play it was, and the Huskies slipped by the Warriors 4-3.
And now we'll talk about Husky happenings. A lot going on this week with sports. All right, so we have softball versus Minnesota Crookston, which was on Tuesday, and then baseball versus Minnesota Mankato.
Next up, we have men's tennis at the University of North Dakota, followed by men's track and field at the U of M.
All right, a lot going on this weekend, a lot of doubleheaders for the softball and baseball team going on. Baseball is looking to continue their 21-0 record undefeated this weekend as well.
That's right, and once again they go back and play their first game at home here, and that we're defending their top spot in the NSIC standings.
Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Husky Mag. I'm Ashley Pearson.
And I am Austin Schindler. I hope you have a great weekend, everyone.
Call our news tip line at 320-308-UTVS or visit our website at utvsnews.com.
Bring us up to 10.
Here at UTVS News, we are always ready for a new day.
Welcome to UTVS News tonight at 6 o'clock.
Following the lead, the action,
Bench for the extra attacker, down back,
the tragedies, the unpredictability, and the stories that keep our community informed and together.
UTVS News, local news for the Granite City. Watching UTVS, local TV for the Granite City. UTVS News, weekdays at 5 and 6. You're watching UTVS, local TV for the Granite City.